Stop right there. What if I told you that your dog can understand you in ways you never imagined? Not just fetching the ball or sitting on command, but on a deeper level, emotionally, cognitively, and maybe even spiritually. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll see your furry friend in a whole new light. I'm about to share some fascinating research and mind-blowing stories that will make you rethink everything you know about your dog's intelligence. Let's dive in. We've all heard the phrase man's best friend, but have you ever stopped to consider what that really means? It's not just about loyalty and companionship. Dogs can actually understand a surprising amount about us. From recognizing our emotions to understanding specific words, dogs are a lot more perceptive than you might think. They aren't just mindlessly wagging their tails. They're listening, learning, and responding in ways that defy logic. Imagine this. You walk through the door after a long day, and your dog jumps up, tail wagging like crazy. What's going on there? Of course, they're excited to see you, but did you know that your dog can also sense how you're feeling? Whether you're stressed, happy, or even sad, your dog picks up on your emotions faster than you can say, sit. It's true. Studies have shown that dogs can distinguish between happy, angry, and neutral facial expressions. But here's where it gets really interesting. They don't just react, they empathize with you. But how? Well, it turns out that dogs can actually read our body language and facial expressions. That's right. They understand the subtle cues we may not even realize we're giving off. Think about it. When you're sad or upset, your dog might approach you and nuzzle you, giving you comfort without you saying a word. That's empathy, folks, and it's a lot more complex than we give them credit for. Dogs seem to instinctively know when something's off, and they react accordingly. And here's another shocker. They can understand human speech in a way that most animals can't. No, I'm not talking about sit or stay, although let's be honest, we all love when they do that. I mean that dogs have been shown to recognize human words and phrases, especially those that are tied to specific actions or emotions. But wait, it gets better. Dogs can even distinguish between different tones of voice. When you say good boy in a happy tone versus a neutral one, your dog can tell the difference. They not only hear the words, but the emotion behind them. Now, let's talk about something that'll blow your mind. Dogs can actually sense when something's wrong. Ever had that weird feeling where your dog suddenly starts barking at nothing or acting a little too alert? It's not just coincidence. Dogs have an incredible ability to pick up on subtle environmental cues. Things like changes in air pressure, smells, or sounds that humans can't even detect. This heightened awareness often makes them the first to sense danger or notice something off, making them excellent protectors and companions. But don't just take my word for it, there's scientific proof. Researchers have conducted experiments where they observed dogs' reactions to certain stimuli, and the results were astonishing. In one study, dogs were shown a picture of their owner and another dog, and they consistently looked longer at the image of their owner. This suggests that dogs not only recognize their owners' faces, but also form a mental connection with them. It's as if they understand who we are on a deeper level than just a familiar face. So why does all of this matter? Well, knowing that your dog truly understands you can completely change the way you interact with them. Next time your dog stares at you with those big, soulful eyes, you'll know they're not just begging for a treat. They're reading you, responding to you, and offering their own form of communication. The bond between humans and dogs is more profound than we often give it credit for, and understanding just how much they get us can deepen that connection. Now, let's shift gears a little. Dogs are also incredibly perceptive when it comes to understanding routine. They know exactly when it's time for their walk, when you're getting ready to leave for work, or when it's time for dinner. It's not just a matter of them remembering a schedule. It's because they're paying close attention to your habits. Dogs are amazing observers, and they often know us better than we know ourselves. Ever had that moment when your dog sits by the door, waiting for you to grab your keys? It's not magic, it's observation. But here's where it gets really interesting. Dogs can actually predict your behavior. That's right. Your dog can often anticipate your actions before you even make them. If you've ever had your dog run to the door before you even reached for your coat, you know what I mean. Dogs are masters of body language and context, which means they can pick up on patterns and cues in our actions. It's as though they have a sixth sense for our next move. You might be wondering, how can I test just how much my dog understands me? Well, here's a fun experiment for you. Try saying your dog's name in different tones and watch how they react. Say it excitedly with a neutral tone and then in a sad tone. Watch how their ears perk up or how their posture changes. You'll be amazed at how much your dog can sense with just a shift in the tone of your voice. And if you really want to test their comprehension, try saying sit in a happy tone, then say sit in a calm, serious tone. Notice how your dog's reaction shifts depending on the way you say it. So, the next time you feel like your dog is staring at you a little too intensely, don't just think they're waiting for a treat. They could be reading your emotions, sensing something in the environment, or even predicting your next move. The truth is, our dogs understand us in ways that go far beyond simple commands or gestures. And that's why they're not just pets, they're family. Now that you know just how deeply your dog understands you, maybe it's time to take a moment to appreciate that bond. After all, these furry companions aren't just wagging their tails, they're also wagging their hearts, trying to communicate with us in every way possible. So next time your dog looks at you with those knowing eyes, remember, they're not just trying to get your attention, they're trying to tell you something important. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed learning how your dog truly understands you, hit that like button, share with fellow dog lovers, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights into the amazing world of dogs. See you next time!